It's the GCN News Show in Carcassonne. This week, Tour de France, Mark Cavendish, team news, the first female Grand Tour winner, plus all of our usual favourite bits. Vincenzo Nibali continues to exert a stranglehold on the Tour de France, just as I thought he would, right back at the beginning in our preview show.
Vincenzo Nibali is not going to make the podium.
He took another very impressive win on stage 13 that finished in Champs. On the way there, Richie Porte detonated in the heat. In so doing, he dropped from 2nd to 16th on GC. Nibali, meanwhile, appeared cool in comparison, dropping Valverde and Pinot on his way to victory. He also had to overhaul Rafał Majka of Tinkoff Saxo.
My name is Rafał Majka.
In the closing kilometres. And this was notable purely because of the fact that the very next day, Rafał Majka took the stage win, holding off Nibali for the long climb up to Rissul. The 6-stage international Thüringen Rundfahrt de Frauen took place this week. Now, despite a clash of dates with the Giro Rosa, starting as it does just one day after the finish of that Italian stage race, we nevertheless saw full-strength teams from Boels-Dolmans and Specialized Lululemon. But one rider did make the trip from Italy to Germany, making her own Grand Tour in the process, racing for 17 consecutive stages. Evelyn Stevens might have had a quiet Giro Rosa, but she only went and won the Thüringen Rundfahrt. In the end, it was her superior time trialling ability over Brit Lizzie Armistead that decided the final outcome, but a brilliant breakaway on stage 5, where the pair duked it out for the win, was actually where she took over the lead of the race. Thanks to Vila Video for this interview.
I feel a little tired, but good. I mean, it was coming into it, I wasn't sure kind of how my body would respond to it, but I actually feel like I got stronger and a little bit tougher as the time went on. Defending yellow was not something I was expecting to do on day 17, but it makes you dig a little bit deeper. It was nice to win it.
Now, tweet of the week this week comes from Cathy Lamond, the wife of 3-time Tour de France winner Greg LeMond. The Tour de France's reputation as the most dangerous race in the calendar took a sinister turn as she documented taking a picture of a giant boulder that had fallen onto the road and hit a spectator's car. Mark Cavendish made his mark on the Tour de France all too briefly this year. He separated his shoulder on the tarmac of Harrogate right back at stage 1. Now, that's nearly 2 weeks ago, and we happened to catch up with him to find out how things are going and what his season's objectives are now. Mark, how's your recovery going?
It's going good, thank you. I think I wanted to get on top of it before I came out to see the guys here, and straight after my operation last Wednesday I went back to the Isle of Man. They've got a public access hyperbaric chamber there, and the guys there have been looking after me perfect. I mean, in 2 sessions there a day, and then working with my physio Phil Jones. The range of movement within a few days was remarkable, and I couldn't say I could go and race tomorrow. You know, I've got good movement, but I'm not totally pain free. But done everything possible to try and get back and racing as soon as possible. So.
Have you got a race you're coming back for?
I don't know. I've got to talk about my race program with the team today, but then again, it all depends on the recovery time of the shoulder. You know, I think. I can ride my bike. I was on my bike 1 hour yesterday on the road, but it's all part of, you know, if I crash, and I want to be sure I don't do some permanent damage to my shoulder, you know.
Now, something a little bit special for the tech news this week. This is the first time we've ever covered a roof rack, but I think you'll agree with me. This is a pretty awesome bit of kit. It's been designed by Jaguar Special Vehicle Operations, bespoke for Team Sky for the Tour de France. And as you can see, it's an absolute work of art in carbon. Apparently 30 different moulds has gone into making up this. And we also caught up with the designer Luke to find out just what thought process went into it. Talk me through some of the special things that you've done.
Yeah, so with this we wanted to keep this as clean and simple as possible, so we flushed out the rear glass, replaced it with this carbon panel, sunk the bikes in to get this clean, sleek look. I mean, this was literally set out to be a one-off prototype with Team Sky. It's had a lot of interest, so I'm sure the question will be raised, but as it stands, it's not something we're looking into at the moment, but it'd be cool if we could.
Great stuff, Luke, thanks very much. Now, it also seems like a great opportunity to have a bit of a closer look at the car, so stay tuned to GCN, we'll have more on that. The winner of last week's Caption competition is Jade Cleveland with this. God damn it, how do you celebrate when you win a road race? Ah well, this'll do. Get in touch, Jade, and we'll send you your free GCN water bottle. Now, here is this week's photograph for you. As ever, leave your entries in the comment section down below. My entry, parlez-vous anglais?
Sorry.
Away from the racing at this year's Tour de France, there's always loads of excitement around team news, and this year has been no exception, with several positive announcements coming already. We were at the Omega Pharma Quick-Step press conference yesterday where they announced the security of the team right through to 2017, partly through the renewed commitment of their billionaire team owner Zdeněk Bakala, but also through the renewal of Omega Pharma, their principal team sponsor. However, the team will be known next year as Ethics Quick-Step, as Omega Pharma, the Belgian pharmaceutical company, are putting in their sports nutrition enterprise in as title sponsor. And we reported a few weeks ago about the problems of Team Belkin with their primary sponsor withdrawing. But apparently the Dutch National Lottery are stepping in to support the team for the next few years. No contracts have been signed as yet. That would make it the third World Tour team to be sponsored by a national lottery company. Given the fate of some of the GC contenders at the Tour de France this year, perhaps being sponsored by a lottery company is really quite fitting. Now elsewhere, Team NetApp Endura announced a new title sponsor as well. The German extractor company Bora have signed on for 5 years. At least the team will never be short of fans. Can we get some Matt Stevens laughter there? Yeah, thanks. Now what it does mean is that the team might get the budget to go World Tour, which will be the first German team to do so for a number of years. Now the rumour mill is in overdrive still after Oleg Tinkoff announced on his Twitter feed that perhaps Cannondale might be involved in the Garmin Sharp team next year. Jonathan Waters, owner of that team, is remaining tight-lipped, and meanwhile Oleg Tinkoff has deleted his tweet, which is surprising because it suggests that he does in fact have some kind of self-censorship. GCN Strava Club now, and some new names at the top. Pastor Greg Locke clearly had a big week. He did 2,075 kilometres in 7 days, and one day he did 383 kilometres, so he tops the standings for both of those. But in the climbing, however, it was CB who notched up 32,000 metres of ascent. Nice work, chaps. Coming up on GCN this week. On Wednesday, we've got how to improve your sprinting. On Thursday, we've got the top 10 tips for holidays. On Friday, Tom Last asks the pros what their favourite travel companions are. Now, you should also keep your eyes peeled for our Stage 18 Tour de France preview. Dan Lloyd rides both the Tourmalet and the Haute de Cam to see what lies ahead for the Tour de France. That's it from our last Tour de France GCN News Show. Next week, we will know who's actually won the race. It's probably going to be Vincenzo Nibali, isn't it? My effort? What was my effort again? Yeah. Completely unscathed, apart from a broken neck. So, just face first. Are you alright? Yeah, luckily. I'm alright. But yeah, this is what a proper injury looks like.
Pour encore des vidéos de Tour de France, cliquez ici.
What Matt's saying is for more Tour de France content, click on me.
And to subscribe, click on me.